All right, everybody, this is a guided walkthrough for Level 13 from the Temperance CTF Labs over at HackMyVM.eu. So what do we need to do in this level? So it says here that in this level, you need to receive a list of strings, and then you need to sort them alphabetically and return the last string in the what? In the list. Okay, the characters square bracket left and square bracket right must be removed. So for example, you might receive a square bracket list of strings over here. You need to sort them out and then return the one that is last in the list, so alphabetically. How are we going to do this? So we've got our script from the previous level over at the GitHub. What we're going to do is we're just going to make a copy of it, and then we're going to paste it into our coding window here. So we're just going to modify the script from level 12 to fit level 13. Let's explain. So the script is going to import the socket module from Python, and the socket module lets you communicate with servers over arbitrary ports. So in this case, the server that we're going to communicate with is temperance.hackmyvm.eu, and the port we're going to communicate on is 9988. The first thing we do in the script is we create a socket object. So with socket.socket, socket.afnet, socket.sockstream as s, s.connect. So the object is called s, and we're going to connect with the object on the host in the port, which is this stuff over here. Next, we're going to receive some data. So yeah, we save the data that we received from the server. With s.receive, we get 1,024 bytes, and then we save that as the variable data. And then we print the data, and we also print the receiving intro right here. The next thing we need to do is we need to send some bytes to the server to let the server know which level we want to access. And in this case, we want to access level 13. So we're going to send these bytes over here, level x13. We're going to receive the challenge, and that's where we're going to end it off. So we're going to just comment out everything else in the script for right now, because we're going to workshop the script. So everything up until this point, we're just going to make sure that everything works here. So with this portion of the script, we're going to save that out, and then we're going to run the level 13 script. Okay, I think we're in the wrong directory. Hold on. Let's try that one more time. Okay, so this is what we do. This is what we get from the server. So we're receiving intro, we receive some bytes, receiving challenge, we receive some more bytes. So these bytes are a list. So in a Python, well, this looks like a Python list. So in Python, a list is a bunch of stuff inside of these square brackets. So what we're going to do is we're going to save these bytes as a string. And the reason we're going to be converting from bytes to string inside of this challenge, because the socket object only knows how to send bytes. And bytes are different from strings in computer programming. And so the next step is to convert the bytes into a string. We're just going to comment this out, and we're going to convert these bytes into a string. So we'll know that it's a string because in the terminal here, we're not going to see this B, and that's the only difference. So we're going to write that out. We're going to run the script again, and then we get this message here. So these are the bytes converted into a string, and it's this. So the next thing we need to do is we need to remove these two characters right here. So this character right here, this character right here, so the left and right square brackets, we need to get rid of these characters. So that's the first character in the string and the last character in the string. So how are we going to do that? So the next section is going to be this. It's going to be removing the left and right square bracket from the string. Okay, so let's see. I guess we're going to call this the modified string. So mod string is going to be equal to data string. So the modified string is going to be the data string, but we need to do some indexing over here. So string indexing instead of Python, I think we're going to start from the second character because the first character is this bracket. We're just going to omit that bracket by starting with the second character, which is 1 in string indexing, and then we're going to specify that we're going to stop before the -1 position in the string. So the -1 position in the string is the very last character right here, the closing bracket. And so if we just get this, then it should omit both of these brackets. We're going to print out a message like this. So printf, this is the modified string without the brackets. And we're going to print out the mod string. Mod underscore string. I think this, let me adjust the size of my window a little bit. Okay. Okay. All right, so let's go ahead and comment out everything else, and we will save this out. After we save it out, we're going to run the script again. Okay, so this is the modified string without the brackets. So we see here that it is the modified string without the brackets. So there's no left bracket, there's no right bracket. This is what we want. Okay, so what do we do next? So the challenge says, where are we? You must sort them alphabetically and return the last string in the list. So we need to sort the strings that we get alphabetically and return the one that comes last in the list. So how do we do that? We're going to call this sorting the list alphabetically. Is that how you spell it? I don't think that's alphabetically. I don't know if that's how you spell that or not. So if we don't know how to do something in Python, we can always Google search it. So let me try over here. We're going to search for, I don't know, Python sort list alphabetically. So we'll probably get something from the AI because the AI is integrated into Google search now. Okay, so two primary methods to sort a list alphabetically. So it says use the sort method. The method sorts the list in place, meaning it modifies the original list and does not return a new one. So this, I mean, this works. This works for us. So let's go ahead and do that. So we'll just do mod string. Actually, wait. This is a string. This isn't a list. Okay, sorry. We're not sorting the list alphabetically yet. We need to do this step first. We need to convert the string into a list. So despite the fact that this looks like a list, in Python, it's not a list. So let's see. We're going to call this a list. I guess we can just call this list. So list equals mod string dot split. So I'm pretty sure this is the method used to convert a string into a list, and it's going to split up the items by the spaces. Let's print out a message. The message is going to be, this is the string converted to a list. Oh, list. We can't use the word list, right? Okay. We're just going to call this string list. So the string list is going to be, this is the string converted to a list. And we can give a line break, and we're going to print out the string list. Okay, and then we're going to comment out everything else. We're going to write that out, and then we're going to try running this. Okay, so this is the string converted to a list, and we see that we have a new list over here with a bunch of strings. So this is what we want. And the next step is to sort the lists alphabetically. So this is going to be string list, and we're going to do the sort method on it, and we're going to print a message called, this is the sorted list. And we're going to print out string list again. Okay, let's see if that works. Whoops, I forgot to comment out everything else. We need to comment out everything else, otherwise there might be something in the code down here that makes everything break. Okay, write that out, then run it again. All right, so this is the string converted to a list. Great. This is the sorted list. So it looks like it's been sorted. Yeah, that's great. Okay, so the last thing we need to do before we send this back to the server is we need to retrieve the last item in the list. So this is going to be retrieve the last item in the list. So, whoops. Okay, so the last item in the list is going to be string list element -1. So element -1 is going to be the last item in the object. In this case, it's going to be the last object in the list. And we're just going to call this variable last item. And then we're going to print out something. So print, this is the last item in the list. Sorry, I need to put in these colons to satisfy my OCD. Okay, and we're going to print out last item. Okay, write that out, and then, so this is the last item in the list. This works. Okay, so the last thing we need to do to finish the exercise is to convert the string to bytes and then send the challenge back. So this is a string, and with the socket object, we can't send strings. We can only send bytes. So we need to convert anything that we want to send back to the server into bytes and then send it back. So bytes is going to be last item dot encode from UTF-8 into bytes. So this is going to be last underscore item dot encode. That's going to be bytes. And then this is the string converted to bytes. We send the challenge back, sending challenge, send the bytes, and then we receive the flag. Hopefully we receive the flag. We'll see what happens. Okay, so we've got the entire script ready. Let's run it one more time. Okay, so it worked. What did we do? We received some information in the form of bytes. We converted those bytes into a string so that we could work with it over here. Then we modified the string so that it didn't include these brackets because they didn't want us to send back the brackets. And we did that, and then we converted the string into a list, and then we sorted the list. We got the last item from the list. We converted the string into bytes, and then we sent those bytes back to the server and received the flag, which is this. Okay, so all we need to do now to complete the level is copy that flag and submit it to the server. Where are we? Here? Okay. So submit that flag. It says you've submitted the flag successfully. We're done. Okay. All right, so everybody, that was a guided walkthrough for level number 13 from the Temperance Labs over at HackMyVM.eu. If you enjoyed this guided walkthrough, please click on the like and subscribe buttons on the video and leave a comment underneath the video. But until next time, HackerFrogs out.
Hey there, HackerFrogs! Are you enjoying this workshop? Learning new concepts and skills? If so, there's a way you can support the channel, and it's totally free. Just click on the subscribe button below the video. Also, click on the like button. And if you have questions or comments on this workshop, please leave them below the video. Thanks for listening. And now, back to our scheduled programming.